special guest in from Washington, D.C. He got in yesterday, Congressman Brad Wenstrup. He stopped by to talk with us a little bit about some issues in Washington, including the coronavirus. Good morning. Thanks for coming in so early.
My pleasure. Thank you.
So, there's been some criticism from Democrats that the administration hasn't done enough, wasn't prepared enough for the coronavirus, that, there's been quotes that the president thought it was a hoax. What is your response to that? Is the government doing enough?
I think we really are. I mean, this is a very challenging situation, and really negative rhetoric doesn't help anything. This virus is not intimidated by negative rhetoric about how we've handled it. And I think the president was wise early on and criticized for saying we're going to restrict travel. That's how you do this. If you take a look at how the military, the U.S. military has conducted itself, keep in mind, we have a lot of troops in South Korea. There's a lot of this virus that has been detected and tested for in South Korea. And so what we did with the military is we basically shut things down as far as travel. People in the Indo-Pacific region were not to go to South Korea unless they had a specific reason. Anyone coming on and off the base had to be tested. Individuals are being watched. That's really what we have to do. And unfortunately, what we find is this is a situation where people have to be responsible themselves. And that's one of the messages we're trying to get out as well. So part of the process is you have to watch yourself, you have to report yourself, you have to try and make sure you get care. But the challenges have been there. So this is a new virus, right? We've had coronaviruses, so there's a lot we can learn from that because this is a mutation of that. So you get a new virus, you have to develop a new test. And in the same time, you're going to have to try and rapidly develop an antiviral that can take care of it, and in an even longer time, a vaccine. And those are going along more rapidly than we've seen. We're already testing some antivirals.
Were you surprised by Mick Mulvaney kind of getting the boot? He's going to be the envoy to Northern Ireland, I think, now.
Well, I saw something coming. Mark Meadows came into Congress with me, and I know him fairly well. And he said he wasn't coming back, so we knew that something was in the air for him. And he's been very close with the president and has had the president's ear on a lot of things. And the president has had his ear. So, Mick's plate's been pretty full since he has been in the White House. He's been at OMB, CFPB, and acting chief of staff. So I wasn't totally surprised, and Mark, I think, is a good choice for the president and a good fit with this president.
Yeah, it's an election year, as you know. I don't have to tell you that. Obviously, you're running for re-election. What's this going to look like? Joe Biden seems to be kind of taking out Bernie Sanders. They thought Sanders was going to be the guy. Now it looks like Biden's going to be the guy.
Well, I'm not very good at predicting these things. When I ran my first race, I wasn't supposed to win, and we did. But, it's an interesting dynamic going across the country. One of the things that you're seeing on the Democrat side, especially for the Bernie Sanders fans, there's suspicion that they're teaming up against him, just like they did 4 years ago. So I think you're going to see a little bit of a battle coming out, but I don't know what the end result is, but it does seem that the Democrat establishment is trying to line it up for Joe Biden.
And I've told you I heard that rumor that you might get a cabinet position if President Trump is reelected. You apparently haven't heard that rumor. But
With my hand on a Bible, I can tell you I have not heard that rumor, but rumors do fly.
All right.
I'm happy to represent the 2nd District of Ohio and do the work that we need to do.
All right. Thank you so much, Congressman Wenstrup, for joining us this morning. And it's going to be a nice day for the congressman and his family and everybody else here in the tri-state, right, Brad?
Yeah, back here.